beautiful gemstones. Welcome to Monday afternoon talk. It's been quite a weekend and quite a morning already. So don't mind me if I'm not my usual charming self, but looks like a beautiful day. Looks like things are going to start brightening up and shaping up. So we can hope, can't we? It was also a really long weekend. It was a great weekend, but very long. And then it's like there's not enough time in the day to do what you need to get done. And then you end up during the week when you have work and you have other things to do, kind of rushing through everything or not getting everything done. And, you know, it's funny because that hasn't even happened to me yet today, but like I'm already stressing about it. I'm already like, okay, I'm just not going to get everything done today. And then I'm going to have extra to do tomorrow. And so that's where my mind's at right now. How you guys doing? I hope you all had a fantastic weekend though. So good to see you all in here. Let me start at the top and say hello. I did miss you guys. I hope you caught the premiere around Valley Reservoir, the alleged haunted underwater ghost town in New Jersey. I believe it's actually in Lebanon, New Jersey, but I couldn't find the exact town. My sister kind of turned me on to that one. And that premiered an hour ago. So if you didn't catch it, maybe catch it afterwards. That would be cool. Long Island Bigfoot was going to come on with us, but then I realized he's like traveling right now, or he's doing something right now with some other creators, and I didn't want to bug him. So we'll try to do that next time, or maybe Thursday night for Chillax and Chat if he's home by then. So this afternoon talk is going to be moved to Tuesdays from now on. So it's going to be every other Tuesday because Mondays are really hard for me, no matter which Monday it falls on. If it falls for the Monday in between, I either have a doctor appointment or, you know, it just, Mondays never work for me. It's like Mondays are like, okay, I had the whole weekend off. Now I'm getting back to work and I've got a bajillion things to do around the house. And then I've stopped and I have to stream. And I don't want streaming to become like, great, now I have to do this type deal because it never has been and it never is that for me. So it will be Tuesdays going forward. So Andrew and Gnomes, crack, wrench, wrench. Yes, I got to give out wrenches. That's what I was in the middle of doing when Ghost Dragon popped on. So I'll finish that up before we leave today, hopefully. The Pink Dahlia, love your name. Nicole Perrone. Yes, there's not usually a gigantic crowd on Mondays. It's just the stragglers who don't have anything better to do that want to come in and hang out with the gemstones for a little bit. Pink Dahlia, I'm glad you can make it as well. Mark Halstead, so good to see you. Val, SWPA, nice. Listening at work. Very cool, very cool. I love being in y'all's workplace. Paranormal Pixie, Miss Lara. Mr. Blue Crossroads, sir. Chris Jarvis, Robert Haywood Jr., what's up, cuzzo? Big hugs right back at you, Mark. Slow motion. Oh, nice. Thank you, Pink Dahlia. I do appreciate that. I try to squeeze everything, as much information as possible into like a below 45-minute video. So, because I find when it gets longer than that, people just kind of trail off. And it's also easier for me to research because I only need to put 45 minutes worth in there. Not a straggler, just a little slow. Yeah, I think we all are on Monday mornings. So let me bring in Sir Ghost Dragon. I did not see Barry Browning come in, but if he did.
Yes, he did. Hello,
welcome,
Barry.
welcome. I apologize. I didn't see you. Oh, yeah, I went right over you there. A slacker, not a straggler. All right. A couple of slackers, slow motions, stragglers, and diehard gemstones. How about that? So one thing I wanted to just start off with, just as something cool to talk about, because I was very overwhelmed. I always am when you guys send me stuff, when you guys donate. And sometimes I'll just get a weekend or a couple of days where I just get like a whole bunch of stuff. So I got some really cool stuff. And I just want to say, Miss Paranormal Pixie, I put one of the necklaces on that you sent me this weekend. I have some of the stuff here because I want to show everybody some of the gifts I got this weekend because they were pretty awesome. But I got to tell you, I was dragging and not feeling that well. And I put this necklace that you charged. I believe it's black amethyst, but it may be, I really can't tell. See, because now in this light, it looks like smoky quartz. I know you put a little thing in there. And of course, I don't have the little bag with me. I am buzzing. Like, I just feel so much better and so good now that I put this around my neck. And this was a gift from Lara, along with the Fire Stick. And by the way, that Fire Stick, thank you so much. Okay. I really needed one because one of mine broke. Remember the whole saga. But the Cars game, I told RJ, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure glad Miss Pixie sent me that Cars game because, man, that is fun. And he's like, yeah, he's like, that was really nice of her. And he's like, wait, that's mine. And I was like, nope, you let Mama play it. Mama liked it. It's now mine. You can borrow it. Mm-hmm. Ghostdragonzw sent Mortal Kombat for PS4, Mortal Kombat 2 for PS4, and we haven't gotten to play yet.
Actually, it's 11. Actually, it's Mortal Kombat.
Is it 11?
Yeah,
I haven't played Mortal Kombat since I played Mortal Kombat 2 for Sega Genesis.
And of course, I had to send you Spyro the Dragon.
We didn't even put that one in yet.
Oh, that's fun. He'll love that.
We didn't put that one in yet, but I just can't wait to play Mortal Kombat. Like, I'm super excited about that.
We'll be able to fight each other online,
too. Because I was looking at it through, like the lens, like the lighting at my mom's. But now that I am, and Smoky Quartz is my favorite gemstone. You probably know that. It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. And I think what you said was you actually made this one. But there's another one here that I am... I'm excited about all of it, so I just wanted to show you guys some stuff here. These are the types of things I put in the little packages that I send out. Some of it comes from other gemstones. They send them to me and I hold on to them. And then when they need to be passed along, I pass them along. There's something you put in here that you don't even know how much it helps me, and I'll explain. So Aegirine, and I don't know really how to spell it. It's Aegirine. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce it. These are just gorgeous. They look a little bit like black tourmaline, but shinier. And this is only going to take up like 5 minutes of the segment, guys. So don't go anywhere. But I really feel I've been receiving so much stuff lately. I feel I need to acknowledge some of it. So it says, puts a guard up for you, keeping your energy protected from anything you don't want to affect it. Sounds amazing. A stone of integrity. It encourages you to confidently follow your heart. It resonates with all of the chakras and clears blocked energies. I'm going to put a piece of this in my pillowcase. Carry with you, place in a medicine bag or pouch, or hold during spiritual work. Definitely going to be using that during yoga. And when I open on Wednesday, I bet that's going to be a really good one. So then we have another piece of Picasso Jasper. And there have been so many times that I've wanted to send the Picasso Jasper piece that you sent me last time, a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, to someone, but I could not part with it because I loved it so much. It's like my one selfish piece that I will not give away. I got another piece. So I don't have to stubbornly hold on to the other one that I do have. I just think it's so beautiful, and I didn't want to part with it. And then Miss Pixie always puts too these little stones, which I love, breathe and prosperity, the little sayings on them. And I just my favorite color, green. And then the one other thing was this, and I thought this was so interesting because the mixture of crystals. So she said, I chose this one for you. It has amethyst, citrine, and smoky quartz, and you could use the necklace with other stones. Now, eventually I'll take it out and I'll put another stone in there and show you guys the actual stone. But think about that. Amethyst, citrine, and smoky quartz all in one necklace that's charged by a healer and an energy worker. I don't think you guys understand until you receive something from someone like from Lara or someone like Lara, how it really does just completely affect in the best of ways your energy. The minute you touch it, the minute you put it on your body, the minute you sleep with it, meditate with it. I never understood the difference. I was charging things up and sending them to people, but I had never received anything. And I knew what it was supposed to do. It's even, you know, it's so much better too than just charging in the full moon or putting on a selenite plate. Like, sincerely. So Miss Lara, the bracelet, my mother absolutely loved it. And just all of the little gifts. I really do appreciate it. Now, there are 3 things. Blue Crossroads sent me a whole box. But there are 3 things specifically, and I know Miss Smoochie is going to be so jealous. But okay, so first of all, it's not going in my cabinet because I'm going to personally use it for me. I don't want it to be like a household mug because it's awesome, and it's got the spoon. Okay. And then I was really excited about the Bigfoot earrings. Oh yeah. And then this, I'm like, oh, it's a pretty statue, like puzzle piece. And before I could even ask him, he knows me so well. He sent me a picture. He's like, just so you know. And he showed me how to use it. So what it actually is, and there's a bunch more stuff too, a bunch of stickers. It's actually, here's where your phone wire goes, and here's where your phone goes.
Cool.
And it leans back. Yeah. So I'm excited because I just started getting into Sasquatch or Bigfoot like in the last year. So blessings right back to you guys. I watched Saturday night's stream where you guys reviewed the first listener encounters. I'm getting my hair cut like that again. My mom's like, oh my God, your hair looks so nice. I'm like, I know. That's how I keep trying to tell people to cut it. And they're just not understanding. I'm like, but now I have pictures, right? So she's like, I'll even pay for it. We're going the next time you come by me. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to be getting my hair cut. And I'll still wear my wigs, but probably not as much. Cranky Dragon. Are you Cranky Dragon?
I'm tired. I'm not sleeping. I'm waking up to the sun every morning. I'm not even waking up. I'm watching the sunrise every morning.
I know.
It's been real bad. And my dad even said the other day, Steve, it sounds like you're having trouble more and more talking. And after Saturday night, man, Sunday morning, I couldn't say 2 words. I was stuttering. But I enjoyed those nights so much. And we lasted 4 hours. I kept saying, well, we got to go. And then next thing I know, it's 3:30. We got to go. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Now we got to go.
Jarvis, yeah. So I didn't, when I rewatch, I don't look in the chat usually because I get frustrated. I can't. I want to respond. Like, a lot of the reason I watch Netflix and stuff is because I can't comment on the bottom of Netflix and like say my opinion. Like I'm so opinionated, like I can't control myself. So what's up, Pine Island? So good to see you. So yeah, but I did watch where he reviewed my video because I couldn't remember that one. I wanted to. And it was funny because he's like, some of these people, Foxbuck, if you're ever listening, you know, come back in. Foxbuck is Vixen Doe.
I forgot.
I had mentioned to her that the name always reminded me of a male energy, a masculine form. So she's like, well, what can I do? And we're like, how about Vixen Doe or something like that? And she's like, I love it. And then she was Vixen Doe, but Foxbuck is actually Vixen Doe. And
she was laughing at me.
And Melissa H., Miss Bacon, that's who that one was, the Josh story.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes. Yeah, because you don't know their full names. But that was Miss Bacon.
Okay.
Yeah. Lara, I have I spent like $70 on it like a year and a half ago, and I never ever used it. It is all the little, it's like the little welding thing and the jewelry tweezers, and it's got, the only thing I used is the beads or the crystal beads because I put them in the sprays. And it's got like, you can make earrings and all that wire, and then it's got like the wire, like the like you put around the necklace, and then it's also like the black I'm going to send it to you. I'm just going to send it. It's all for jewelry making, all of it, and I'm never going to use it. It's just been sitting there because I tried and I just can't figure it out. And Life with Bobby, I need to take a look at my crystals again and even add to my collection. I don't know how to remember the names of them, but have a label what they are on the shelf. I need more too. So I would honestly say, without an exaggeration, probably about 2,000 with all of my little tumbles and things like that. I just can't help myself. I'm attracted. This is how I choose crystals. Okay. A soldering iron. Yes, maybe that's what it is. I always thought it was soldering, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah. So what I do is when I go into the crystal shop, I will walk in and close my eyes. And obviously you don't want to walk around with your eyes closed in a crystal shop, right? But I'll kind of just feel which direction, to go in. And I will
large pocketbooks into crystal shops either.
I knocked down a thing of Oracle decks like dominoes. I just knocked them right down. Yeah, it was no good. And then RJ won't let me live it down. So anyway, I go in and I never fail, inevitably end up at a specific type of crystal or certain kind of crystal that when I look into it, it's actually what I'm going through. Crystals are the beauty of the earth in your hand. Welcome, Pocket Watch.
Yes, another new person.
Hi, Miss Smoochie.
Hello, Miss Smoochie.
And guys, don't forget, Wednesday night we have Live Intuitive Oracle. And that's one more thing I wanted to show y'all that I got because we are here. The Elemental Empath Oracle deck that I got from Baby UFO. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
The L is silent.
Yeah. Soldering. So
okay. So I was like, wait, it was going to take me a minute to realize. Yeah. Soldering. Yeah. See, I grew up with a dad my dad can't read or write. So he would like make up how to pronounce things. But when you're a little kid and you think your parents know everything, I would end up mimicking the way my father spoke. So, instead of like a habitual liar, my father calls them barbitual liars. And, instead of a catalytic converter, it was a caliper converter. And I picked up all these nonsense ways of speaking that got me picked on my entire life, which is probably why I'm so obsessed with words and writing. It's like I have to prove that I know how to speak properly. So, yeah. Yes, I wasn't going to say anything. Yes. So this is just a couple little things because there was a lot there. Yesterday was so crazy, guys. I can't even get it. Like, it was so insane that by the time we got home last night at like midnight, we went immediately to bed. And then I didn't want to get up this morning because I was so tired. Like, I'm just so tired. And even today, like, I have this whole bunch of stuff to do, but I have a few things that I have to, or at least one thing that I have to do today that I've been meaning to get to throughout the weekend. So other than that, though, I think I'm just going to get on my grind and work. So Miss Smoochie, look what I got. See, I don't drink coffee, so I'd use it for hot cocoa. And it's staying in my bedroom. It's not going in the cabinet because there's like 8,000 cups in there. And Ray will take it to work and not even realize that it's one of mine and not bring it back. And then I got these. They are Sasquatches. And then this is awesome. Honestly, I just think it's hilarious because I didn't know what it was, but I was going to put it up like this anyway, not realizing it's going to hold my phone. How cool is that? Oh, and there was soap too. Homemade Sasquatch soap. Smelled so good. So articulate. Yeah, lots of practice. Thank you, Pink Dahlia, but lots of practice and not wanting to be made fun of. In my family, there are those types of people that are like, how you's guys doing? Or like, the baby's 1 year old. Or do you have 2 cents? And I grew up speaking like this and I got mocked relentlessly until finally I got my act together. And yeah, now I'm a best-selling author. So
Pink Dahlia,
that's the Patterson education system.
I'm sorry, she said she was delaying chat, and I don't think people realize if you hit the live button, it will speed you up and catch you up. So when you're on the bottom of your screen,
Oh, really?
You see the live button on YouTube. It says live. It's not a button. It just says live. If you click that, it will catch you up.
I didn't even know that. See what what's going on here? So I didn't put any eyeliner on today, guys. I've been doing like lighter makeup.
You look better than me.
I wasn't gonna put on eyebrows either, but I started doing it automatically, like just like automatically. I'm like, you know what? It's Monday morning. Like, don't judge me. Not that you guys ever do. I can't wait for Wednesday though. Last Wednesday it was really awesome. Well, Blue Crossroads, I'll end up talking to you today if you're available, and I can give you her address. But I think didn't you go to like a convention? Yeah, I do too. I always go out and come back in, or I'd like refresh it. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys my Sasquatch shirt. I've had this for weeks. I just haven't worn it because Wednesday nights I don't like to wear t-shirts. You know, I like to be a little more dressy. Guess where I got it? Go ahead, guess.
San Francisco.
You'll know.
You stole it from Bigfoot, didn't you?
Temu.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it was $3.
You love that site too much.
For clothes, for sure. Hey, I'm a cheap date and I love a good deal. I get excited over good deals. Like I like nice stuff, but I don't like to pay for nice stuff. So if I can get nice stuff for cheap, I'm good with it. And I'm a jeans and t-shirt girl, really. I mean, I love dressing up and I love, feeling pretty. But when I'm not streaming, I am messy bun and glasses in front of the computer writing. Like that's what I do.
Yes, Nicole, it's on if you have a PC or like on your laptop and watching YouTube. I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube on my phone, so I don't know if there's a live button or not. So you'll probably have to refresh that.
Blue, I got you. Yeah, so the pink dahlia, I was warned against Temu as well. But I was warned against it in like a TikTok type of vibe or like Chinese spyware. And like I don't have TikTok. I won't allow TikTok in my house, and that's why you don't see me on TikTok. First of all, I'm 40 years old and I just feel like I don't belong on TikTok, right? And that's not judging anyone who's on there because I'm about to start doing YouTube shorts and all that. But TikTok is just not for me. Spirit has actually told me not to F with TikTok. Not, that eloquently, but I was told. So TikTok's not going to be for me. With Temu, the warning was like it's cheap, imported crap. And yes, the electronics, wouldn't touch them. The crystals, I really don't trust, except for I tried with the skull crystals I've been getting. If you go back and watch some of my live streams, I've been showing them. I won't like order crystals from there. But clothing I have not had a single issue with, and it's all at a steal, and it's only because the stuff is made over there in China. So instead of having to be shipped here, go into a store or go to somewhere like Amazon or something, it's coming directly from the factories right to you. And Temu over summer has been doing free shipping as well. So when something's $3.25, like this shirt, it's actually only $3.25. You have to spend $10 minimum. And then you get one return per order. So like, I brought my son a mini drone. I wanted to try it. He's only 5 and I wasn't going to spend a ton of money on a drone. So it was like $28. When I got it, the instructions were all in Chinese. And I tried looking it up online, and even the English instructions, you could tell that it was someone's second language, and I just couldn't figure it out. So I wanted my money back, and they're like, just keep it. Here's your money back. They're really good with returns. I brought a garden hose for my mom that I figured would just last her the last month of summer. Yeah, it exploded in my face and almost broke my nose. So, you don't want to get that type of stuff. What?
I was just going to say that. Why? What happened? He's got mad face up above that, so said it wasn't a good day. So apparently didn't want to go in the direction you wanted to go.
Oh, I feel really bad now. Okay, well, we're gonna talk about that. You know, guys, I wanted to mention too, like, and I think I'm going to move into Round Valley Reservoir after this because we kind of, well, Life with Bobby, let me tell you, a lot of people say, oh, it's just like Wish, but it's actually not, because the stuff shows up when it's supposed to show up. And if it doesn't, they give you a $5 credit to your account. And then the stuff shows up like the next day. I have not had an issue with anything getting lost, anything not showing up. And it never takes more than 1 week for the stuff to get here. That's number one. Number two, like, there are no strange charges on your credit card that you're suddenly finding after you. I've had nothing but, and I'm not sponsored by Temu or anything, but I've had nothing but good experiences with them buying clothes. Like Oracle decks, no, I won't, because they do. It's just like Wish. They sell the little tiny decks without the book, and you have to download the book and all that. Or they sell, you know, electronics like mini blenders that break within 30 seconds of having them. But clothing, yeah, no, I would never shop on Wish. I hate Wish. I've had the most horrible experiences with Wish. And now Temu is really like my go-to place to shop. They have beautiful, if you guys were in Wednesday night's chat, that fairy dress I was wearing was only $12. And it's beautiful. It fits perfectly. I just love it. Their shoes are really pretty good too. So that's been my experience though. And I know a few influencers that are actually being sponsored by Temu. Now, when they try to tell you that you're going to get $700 in Temu credits if you just fill out this survey, like, don't do that, because I tried and it drove me around the bend. 3 others also quit. So we've got a gemstone, and I'm not going to put anyone's personal business out there and tell you guys who they are, but I've been really stressed out about this type of stuff too. We've got one gemstone who is forehead deep in addiction and, you know, not really messaging me a lot about what they should do, but then kind of not doing the things that I'm suggesting, which is okay, because who am I? But then messaging me, and like, I feel so helpless because I'm here in New Jersey where we have really good funding for addicts, and some places like Illinois, Ohio, I mean, really the rest of the country.
Actually, we're not that bad here in Ohio.
Well,
you really got to go through the works to get things going.
And then we have another one who is incredibly paranoid and just message crazy things all the time. And I try to follow the conversation, but then they get frustrated with me because I have no idea what they're talking about. And I will keep asking, like, what's going on? And then I have the people that I know are lying to me, but like, they're messaging me, telling me that everything's fine when everything's not fine. And then I'm dealing with all of my own type of stuff. And I just, like, I wish I could help, but I don't know what to do. And it's not that I want people to stop messaging me, because I'd rather they had someone to message, but it is a lot. Like, when at one weekend you receive like 600 texts from 3 different people, all struggling with things that could kill them, and there's nothing that you can do. It takes a toll. Yeah. So, yeah, the pink dahlia, that's what I mean. I mean, if you're struggling with an addiction to specifically like an opiate, okay. And I have elderly women telling me that they're out in the streets of a big city that is known for crime, trying to buy their own substances. That concerns me. But that's the thing. There's nothing we can do, because you can't quit cold turkey that way. Now, I went to rehab, but I've always left after a couple days. I think the longest I ever stayed in one was 5. But I had a really amazing support system at that time at home. But you can't just quit cold turkey on your own. I mean, if you can, more power to you, but you are less likely to stay quit. Dahlia, as far as clearing clothing, I will say, number one, always make sure, obviously, to wash clothing, because I forgot one shirt on RJ one time, and his sensitive skin, he broke out in hives, and it was terrible. If you feel like, it's not something I would say you have to do, like you have to cleanse or clear clothing, but you know what? If you ever put something on and you feel funny and you're like, ooh, and you feel the need to do that, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Lara, setting boundaries. Yeah. But the thing is, I'm like, well, I'll try to help. But my thing is always like, okay, I will look for a detox program, just for example, in your state. Give me the county you live in and your address, right? And I will look. But you have to message me tomorrow to remind me, because I will forget. I've got my own stuff going on. But the minute you message me, I will stop what I'm doing and I will go on the computer and look. Then to message me 2.5 weeks later and be like, oh, I guess you don't care either, because you said you were going to find me a place to go and you never got back. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair to me. And it hurts me. It does, because, I lost 2 people very close to me in the last 2 years. I've lost almost 30 people in the last 5 years that I've been off drugs, but it's not fair to put that on somebody, because God forbid these people go out and die. I will take that burden on, because the last thing they said to me was that it's my fault that they're not in a program. If she quits drinking all the time, yeah, but you're, and I don't want to condone drinking to excess, but you're a grown woman. You got your stuff under control. You own your own business, and you're not reaching out with a call for help, right? You're not like, oh, Gemma, I just want to end it all because I can't get my alcohol today. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
Yeah, it is.
Pink Dahlia, me too, honey. Me too. Sage laundry detergent. Ooh, baby UFO. Now there's an idea. I bet you somewhere in the world they do, because they sell Florida water.
Yeah.
Right? And even I make a thing for your floors that you can mop with. It's not like you just put a couple drops in the mop bucket or spray it on your floor. Yeah. Carl. She said, I don't need you, Gemma, but I do love you. And thank you. Because I love you guys tremendously too. And I do need you guys. I do. But it's different to be needed and then to put all of your BS on somebody because they want to help and because you know that they're easily going to take it, right? I'm not going to yell and scream at these sick people and tell them what is really happening, right? Because they're sick. And I have a heart for addicts. I always have.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Or you can make sage laundry soap. Yes.
Would be hard to do.
So guys, first priority avoid moment's a problem. It's like having 3 full-time jobs. I always used to say that. I'd be like, listen, it's like working a full-time job where you pay the employer, because you never get paid. You never have any money, because the minute you have money, it goes right back out and put into the addiction, right? I used to wear holes in my shoes, walking back and forth, home dealer, stop in between, home dealer, stop in between, all day long, from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed. That's why I weighed 86 pounds. Okay, so yeah, that keeps happening with Mike Roberts with me too.
Yeah, we've been trying. I was going to try to reach out to him Friday, and then I got caught up in stuff because dealing with some stuff with Pop right now. And Saturday night after I got off stream, that was the first thing I was like, he usually pops in and says hi at one of those nights. And then my mind just stuck on him for a while. And it's like, well, I better reach out. Well, yesterday was crazy. And then I have him written down, actually. I keep a list of things I got to do.
Like, I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying don't reach out. If you need help, reach out. Please. But understand that I'm not going to offer you substances. I'm going to offer you suggestions on things to do and possibly resources. So if that's not the kind of help you want, it could just be like, Gemma, I just need to vent. That's okay too. But don't put your stuff on me as though it's my fault. We all have to be accountable, especially when we're adults. All right, let's move into, because I know, and I worry too much about the people in the comments. I know, but I know it's going to be like,
you have no problem. That's what this chat's about. It's like I do on Friday nights. I just let them do their thing and I just hang out.
Slow motion. I can't smoke because it makes me nauseous and paranoid and I just feel out of control, but I'm not against anyone who does. Yeah, Pink Dahlia, absolutely. Buying someone else a comfortable life. But slow motion, that was the thing with me, wasn't it? It's that I had my stuff delivered for the big stuff, you know? So I'd wake up in the morning and I knew what time the person be stopping by because I lived in a house with 6 other addicts. So it was, you know, we knew the guy was there. And if we would let him do his thing from the house, he had less chance of getting arrested. So it worked out. It worked out well for us, right? Until the police were supervising a construction job in front of our house and some idiot left the window open and did what they did right in front of the window. I wasn't there that day, but that was the end of that. But that took like 6 years for that to happen. Gone dark again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Re-up. Yeah, he does that to me. He'll message me and be like, hey, it's going to be a great day. Like, you know, you keep going and I'll keep going. We're going to be great. And then he's gone. And I'll message him and then he'll come back with, oh, well, I didn't have my phone. And you can't tell someone, you know, yes, you did. You know, I know he just got a new phone, but you don't know someone's like phone bill. Like, you know,
Right.
maybe he's on a plan on like a limited, I don't know. Baby UFO, I just want to acknowledge what you said. I don't know if you were in here when I showed everyone the deck you got me, and I did thank you, and I'm really excited about using it on Wednesday night. Baby UFO said something. You were hoping today was the day. Yeah, Black Dahlia, Pink Dahlia. That was my drug of choice as well. I started at 30. And was very anti-drug before that. Don't ask how that happens. Well, painkillers is how that happens, actually. Baby UFO says, I'm hoping today is the day. This car thing and Maui fires have me all tweaked and upset, waiting forever for the shippers to call. It's late from storms and emergencies. So let's send some love and light and positivity over there to our baby UFO. Oh my God. Yeah. 56 grand weeks ago and no car.
Yeah, that's kind of sucky. But there's a lot going on between Hawaii and here too with weather and everything. So,
all right, Pocket Watch, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, we're probably going to end in about 20 minutes. This is just an hour bi-weekly check-in where Ghost Dragons and I just come and say hi. And
since I rambled my mouth on Friday and Saturday, I let her do, because she rambles better than I do. That's why I let her do all the talking up front.
Pink Dahlia, absolutely. I was definitely the just say no kid too, because I grew up in a house with a father who was addicted, and I had to constantly clean up his messes and be the adult. But these teeth of mine, I had so much pain all the time and swelling, and then I was given opiates, which I was good with for years until one day I just started taking. I noticed if I accidentally took an extra, and this is really how it happened. Because I couldn't remember if I took it or not, and I had to go to work. So I'm like, whatever, it's just one extra, no big deal. When I'd been meticulous for years about only taking as prescribed, I was terrified to become addicted if I accidentally, which is kind of ironic because that's what happened. And I was like, ooh, this feels good. Okay. And then I just kind of spiraled down. Can't even look at news pictures, gives me anxiety from my experience with wildfires.
Maui's on fire big time.
I don't watch the news anyway.
Yeah. Maui is on fire big time and it's burning. They've got a hurricane, tropical storm offshore that's causing winds, and whoever hung the wires around the city didn't do a very good job, and they're all blowing off the wire. The wires are blowing off the poles and sparking and caused major fires. So now the whole area is just one big torch. So it's not good.
Smoochie, they made me puke too, but instead I gave up the alcohol and switched. Right? Because I think that's a lot of us in our family. We grew up with that as little kids. Robert Haywood Jr., we thought it was a fun time as cousins and as kids when the adults would blast music and we'd all be dancing around the house. But then inevitably there would be like the fight between someone's parents, and we would all be hiding in our rooms, and things would be flying and people would be fist fighting. And that was like the end to our nights, most nights when our parents got together and had family parties. So I think a lot of us in our family were scared off of, or scared straight basically from drinking alcohol or using drugs because of that. Death toll 97, 100 plus died. Oh my God. And you can tell that I don't watch the news at all because this is the first I'm hearing about this. I had no idea.
I don't watch the news on TV. I get everything either through the radio or online.
Yeah, I also don't go on my computer all weekend because I'm with my family. So I had no idea. And honestly, it just affects me. And then if I watch something too closely, like if I pay too close attention to a particular news story, or then I end up with visitations, right? Then I end up with victims in my bedroom. And, I really don't want to do that either. So I just kind of avoid it. But I do get secondhand information. And this is the first time that I'm hearing about that. Maui's closed now. Yes. Hello, Ghostdragonzw. Swept through town in about 3 minutes. Guys, I want to talk just a little bit about the video that I just put up of Round Valley Reservoir. And there's a reason I want to talk about that. So it is a real place, and there was a town there, right? And it's only men that have gone missing. I wasn't too sure about that when I was doing the video. It is only men, as far as, we're aware of. But I want you guys, if you can, to send me in, if you guys send me in encounters. I have 2 encounters that I've had for months and months and months, but they're not long enough. They're not long enough to make a video. So that's why I haven't done listener encounters. So if you guys have encounters, I have one from Blue Crossroads. I have one from Vixen Doe. Maybe I think one from Jarvis too. So I have a few in there, but I know they wouldn't really
said she sent me one too.
Well, I haven't checked email since Thursday.
Okay.
So
I just knew. I guess it was a while ago.
And I had the email issues where I had to switch and then do a whole new email address. So some of it didn't carry over. So that's why I haven't done one. But also, if you guys have something like Jarvis, I still have information about Orange Eyes for Ohio. It's like eyes. A Bigfoot creature. I could have swore it was orange.
I thought it was green eyes. But anyways, you're right. Yeah. No, it's just
Mark Webster. Yeah. So the Mark H, I kind of breezed right past that, but I wanted to comment. I am glad you got to see your horse today. I know how much that means to you and how much that soothes you. And you're very fortunate and blessed. I think that horses in general, that's like their medicine. That's one of the reasons that they're here, is to, obviously not to soothe humans, but that is some of what their spirits are put here to do for human beings, is to soothe us and bring us peace. And
animals do that in general.
That's some of their medicine. Yeah, they do. But horses in particular, horse medicine in particular, is like extra calming, soothing. It is Green Eyes. Okay, Green Eyes from Chickamauga. Seen the Hat Man, Life with Bobby. I wrote a whole book on shadow entities. They've become just a part of my life, I guess.
Every day for me.
It's terrifying, to say the least, with shadow entities and with the Hat Man specifically. I saw him once pull a pocket watch out of his pocket. It wasn't like a pantomime. Like, he definitely pulled something out of his pocket and looked at it, and I thought I was literally losing it. And then I started doing the research for the book, and I realized it's actually really common for him to have a pocket watch out of his pocket.
He didn't pull no pocket watch out on me, but he definitely gave me a grin that I'll never forget.
You think the dog men are Squatch's pets?
Come here, Pooch. And he hits him in the nose with a newspaper when they're bad.
Civil War battlefield. Working with horses has been the most calming and best time I ever had within the police department. Yeah.
Actually, Chris sent me a link to some information for Green Eyes too that I can send to you.
Please do, because I will. I'll do that one next. My Glimmerman encounter sounded like a Dogman encounter. So I know someone said that. It might have been you in the thing, in the stream itself. But as far as like Dogman is a Dogman, right? As far as what I understand, what I saw was up in a tree, and it was completely, I don't know if you ever saw the movie like Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon. It was from the 90s, or like The Invisible Man. I think I also likened it to Harry Potter Invisibility Cloak, where you can kind of see that something there. If the sun wasn't shining, I never would have saw it.
Like
if the sun wasn't shining right on it, making it glisten, I never would have saw it. And there is such thing as the predator or translucent humanoid entity, which I had only just heard about. And this is how pixelated. Yeah, something like that, but like a little more sparkly. But this is what I mean by like when I overthink on things, it ends up something comes to me, because I had just heard about this entity. I never saw the movie Predator. I still haven't seen it. And I just heard about it on Missing Persons Mysteries. And then all of a sudden I see it. And I'm thinking, if I didn't know what to look for, I would have just thought, oh, that's weird, and just scanned without really paying attention to the shape of it and what it was.
Actually, there's a video out there. There's actually a couple of videos I'm going to send to you if I can find them again. Of this, like you saw, it's running in the woods and it's moving around, and this guy and his kid are walking through the woods, and they actually see this pixelated glimmer thing running around trees, and it actually comes at them. And a lot of people thought it was fake, but it turned out to be a real video. And then there's another one where this guy is watching on top of a building, and right behind the building there's a telephone pole, and it literally looked like somebody was sitting on top of the telephone pole. You could just be like an outline.
Yeah, it's crazy, because think about if you don't know. Paradox Fossils Alan, it's funny, said, I'll explain it to you. So Gemma looks like she's 24 years old. So I wasn't even going to put the eyebrows on. When I don't wear makeup, I look like a 12-year-old boy. I don't know what else to say. And when I wear very limited makeup, I look very young. I notice that's when I get ID'd for things like, fireworks, and if I'm grabbing cigarettes for my mom or my pods, I'll get when I'm wearing a lot of makeup, like the Wednesday night stream, or no makeup at all. That's when I look a little bit older. But when I have just a tiny bit of makeup on, yeah, I get that a lot, that I look a lot younger. So thank you. And I just kind of, again, flopped my wig on. Yeah, I'm a shapeshifter. You guys didn't know, but my secret's out.
Well, I am too. I'm a dragon at night. You got to chain me up and everything. Put me back in my cave.
If you didn't hear the music in the background, it was not the predator.
We're here.
Was it Jarvis that was like, it was on Facebook, and it's like, look at my new predator ornament.
Yeah.
And there was nothing there. And then another one was something, it was something about a predator, but it was the old guy from Family Guy.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
The old guy who has the crush on Chris.
Yeah,
but they were talking about the predator.
Yeah.
She said, I didn't realize it was a wig. You're not dumb, trust me. It's very wiggy up here, but otherwise it actually looks nice. Yeah, I have black hair. But I recently brought a whole bunch of wigs, so I've been wearing them here and there.
Herbert.
Both use light bending for their cloak. Looking for the outlines is how we spot them. Yeah, and I thank you, Long Island Bigfoot. I had no idea. Like, I had no idea that I would ever see something like this in the middle of the day on a busy street in New Jersey. So Long Island Bigfoot, I was going to invite you. I said it in the beginning, but you're like, I don't know. I know you've got company or something. So we were like, we'll just do it Thursday. When you have so much going on and so many people around you. And we're going to end in about 5, guys. Clicking noises are the predator's calling card. Yes. Yes, and that's how I was first alerted to it too, because RJ, he didn't know how to speak at the time. He talked like a toddler, and we would be doing like, okay, Birdie does tweet tweet and Froggy does ribbit ribbit, and he's like, but bug, and I didn't know what to tell him, so I'm like, that's a bug. So that was like a month before, and every time we'd see a bug, he'd click. And he started clicking when he saw this thing, which creeped me out even more. That's what it is. I didn't know if you had company or if you were out doing something, but I was like, I've been seeing the posts. So yeah, Thursday night, if you're around, hopefully we'll see you Wednesday too. Is that where that is, Blue Crossroads?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out who's where and when on the listener account.
Because you're in there too.
I'm later, I think. Because you remember when you started those, I was in and out of the hospital a lot. So you didn't get to me until later.
I still have this thing where I believe there are two different types of the predator entity. I believe that there are the extraterrestrial ones, which is what I believe RJ and I saw. And I know there was a little confusion. I didn't think it was a praying mantis. Because he was clicking like a bug and the way that it was crouched, it looked exactly like the entity from that movie with like the dreadlocks and everything. It did kind of remind me of a bug, but I think that was put in my head because of RJ's clicking, right? So,
right.
Okay. It was definitely a human, not a human, a human shape. I believe that was extraterrestrial. Now, I believe the United States government, at the very least, is onto them. And I believe they have cloaking technology where they send government agents or military or whoever out into the woods where they know these things are and they track them. So I believe there are two different kinds that you can see. And also, Life with Bobby. Is it weird that sometimes I see shadows in my trees but not see them? No, you probably have some sort of entity. If you think about it, these entities have been with us. They're ancient. They're ancient, especially if they're extraterrestrial. They are ancient. Trust me, they're ancient. Okay? Now, we're only now just starting to see them. Why? Are we really just now starting to see them? Or is it that we have the internet and YouTube where people can get together and talk about seeing them and make videos on seeing them, and forums like Reddit and other places where you can... I think that people have been seeing them all along. But that's just like in the 60s, you'd have been locked up or put away for saying that you saw something like that. So nobody did. In the 80s, nobody had time to see stuff like this. Involves government too. Pink Dahlia, if you're in the United States, okay, email me. And then you can email me the encounter. But if you wanted to talk, if you're in the United States, I'll give you my number to text me. That's a lot easier for me. I don't talk on the phone, but I will text back and forth. And it's easier than email because emails I check like maybe once a week. If I can remember to do that, it's really bad.
Yeah. Well, you go like me a lot, so it's hard to really...
That's what it is too. It's like I'm always doing something. So if someone calls me, I prefer that they text me first. If they really, really must call me, like just text me first and say, hey, when's a good time for me to call you? I was going to do it now. And I'll probably almost always say, no, not right now, but I'll keep it in mind for later and I'll text you before I give you a call. Because if you just randomly call me, my phone is always on Do Not Disturb, always at all times. So you're not going to get through. You're going to be pushed to a voicemail that I do not have set up. I don't have voicemail set up on my phone. So it's just going to look like a random number to me.
Yeah.
But if I know you're calling at a certain time, I will hopefully be available, or I'll tell you a time when I am. And I have a bad habit of saying I'm going to call someone and I don't. And here's the reason. I always think like, yes, there's going to be plenty of time to call this person. On the weekends with my toddler, or he's not a toddler anymore, my 5-year-old, there's always something that ends up happening where it's like, I cannot do it. I don't have enough time. And then during the week, I'm like, plenty of time. And then I fall behind on work. And then I'm like, I can't possibly do a phone call now because I'm so, and it causes me a lot of my issues with not only you guys, but people in my family where they're like, you flake on me all the time. And I'm like, but only over phone calls. Like I'm here. It's just, you guys have to understand too. spent, I would say, between my addiction and then my full-blown introversion, I've gone about the last 2 years, and even then it was iffy, out of the last 13. So I spent basically 11 to 13 years without ever calling or texting anybody ever for any reason. And when they text me, I would sometimes text them back and maybe call. So it's very hard to get into the used to the habit of thinking, hey, I have to make this phone call. It just, I'm working on it. I really am.
She does. I'm just.
I try. I do.
My problem. I never know what's going to go on from 1 minute to another here.
So Blue Crossroads said,
here you go.
All right, Michigan. So you'll be able to text me. Pink Dahlia, we have to talk. Ask Gemma or Ghostdragonzw. They can confirm it's good to let me know. Or if you talk to Gemma, let her know if it's okay to pass it along to me. Yeah, that would be fine. Because Blue Crossroads and Ghostdragonzw are really like the exception, or I try to make them the exception to texting or video calling as much as I can. But even with those two, they're constantly just like, what happened?
You know? That to you, you know that.
You
know, it's just crazy for me here than it is with you too. So.
All right, guys, I'm going to end it. I've got, I didn't get my writing quota done on Friday, so that means I have extra to do today, and I haven't done yoga all weekend because I take the weekends off because I do really intensive yoga, and I can't do it 7 days a week. Yeah, so thank you for hanging out with us and talking about absolutely nothing.
I did it again.
Smoochy, love you. See you guys on Wednesday night, starting at 7:15ish. Mark, you too, sweetie. And if you didn't just watch Round Valley Reservoir, the alleged haunted underwater ghost town in New Jersey, Legends of New Jersey, that I put up at 11 a.m., go on, check it out, give it a like, and leave a positive comment, guys. It really does help. And please make sure that you watch all the way through, if possible, because it really is a bad look for me with the algorithm when people don't watch all the way through. So froze moments, you missed the tail end, but feel free to go on and rewind. I can't wait to see you guys on Wednesday. And Baby UFO, good luck. Everyone else, just go on and have your best day and be kind, and hit me up anytime. All right, bye, guys.
Good night. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Have a good one.